At the beginning of the 21st century, the Umbrella Corporation had become the largest commercial entity in the United States. 9 out of every 10 homes contain its products. Its political and financial influence is felt everywhere. In public, it is the world's leading supplier of computer technology, medical products, and healthcare. Unknown even to its own employees, its massive profits are generated by military technology, genetic experimentation, and viral weaponry.
Welcome to the Horror Junkies podcast, the podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Pat.
And in the studio today, we have with us, yet again, Dylan.
Hello.
We have a returning horror junkie back from the day.
Hey, it's Austin.
Back
What's
from the
up?
dead.
I'm back,
then-
baby.
Angel's back. He's been gone for a while.
Hi, Angel.
Recovering.
From what?
Pneumonia.
Bullshit.
Well, I didn't see a hospital photo.
Pneumonia? What is Oregon Trail?
What are you, 85?
Dysentery.
Oh, man. Do we have a cool episode planned for you
Not really.
listeners out there? Not
we don't.
really. We don't? Damn it. I thought we did.
I'm excited about it.
This is not the episode that does it.
It isn't. This is actually a episode only on E.T.
Wow.
I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah, just
Jake's
E.T.,
pissed.
nothing else. That's the movie that we're discussing. Just kidding. We're talking about Resident Evil today.
Let's
and
do
that,
it.
Long-lasting franchise. Probably one of the longest franchises in video game
And movie.
And movies.
and movie.
15 years.
15 years of movies. God, how many years is that in video games? Quick maths. 4 plus 3 is
I'm not good at math.
24 years.
24 years of video
23
games?
years, something like that. That's a
So-
long time to be making video game of the same
It
shit.
is. I don't even think there's been video games that, except for like Mario. No, not even. Because most games don't last that long. They only run a couple series and they're done.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Mario, but it's not the same Mario. And
Correct.
Resident Evil's like,
An ongoing story
it's still
with
the same
tie-ins.
story. Yeah,
I mean,
ties
there's
in.
like games that are Resident Evil, but not Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Outbreak.
I guess you're right.
True. Outbreak.
Yeah, Raccoon City Squad, or whatever
The
the hell
sh-
that shit
yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Okay, well, you're
there's
right.
too
Well.
many Resident Evil games to even really mention. There's like 26,
It's like a Resident
27.
Evil Sudoku game and shit.
Yeah.
There's like
Card
there was
game.
the Resident Evil like online game that they failed miserably at.
They even
That
made
was
it
so
for the.
bad.
They even made it for the DS, which was like such a kid's console.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 Resident Evil things for the DS, I think.
But I guess let's start
Or
this
no, the
shit
Game
off
Boy, yeah.
with just the general. What do you guys feel when you hear the words Resident Evil? God damn it, Angel.
Nice.
Spell that word.
Spell that.
Bleak and scared.
Okay. How about you, Dylan? Movie, video
Not
game.
malignant. I don't know. Stoked.
Cool.
Very stoked. I know what's about to happen. Is about to be rather spooky.
Ooh, spooky
I'm all about
ghost.
spooky.
I think
Ghost.
when I think about Resident Evil, I think really fucking hard video game. Because I'm terrible at video games, and that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, if you're a dork.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'm bad at
dork.
games, and those games are hard.
What about you, Pat?
Especially when you're a kid. When that shit came on PlayStation, dude, I was
Let's
struggling.
let Austin finish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just dumb. Doing it.
I don't know.
All right.
For me, for video games, it's always been Silent Hill for me. So
Okay.
Resident Evil is not like my
he's that
go-to.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Enemy.
that guy.
I don't prefer the Resident Evil. I prefer Silent Hill.
Only 3 games, 2 movies, not a cash grab.
Yeah, exactly.
Me, it's fear and stoked. I don't really get scared
I
when I
like
play,
fear, yeah.
but like the whole survival aspect of it just really gets me into it. So
I feel like when you play games like that, fear and stoked, it's like you get one and the other no matter what. It's
Yeah.
all sick, and it's like, oh,
oh fuck
Yeah.
me, I'm
I
playing
mean,
Alone
like-
in the Dark.
Well, people who like horror things like us, like you get stoked off being scared, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like the same shit.
Yeah,
You know, I do. You know,
I do too. I mean, I don't really get scared as much as you do.
yeah.
Austin's a scaredy cat.
Every time I'm on this show, y'all just roast me. That's why I'm not here anymore.
That's why he quit. He's like, I can't take the jokes. You guys are mean. But I guess let's just start off with a fucking original PlayStation 1.
Oh, we're not going with our segments?
No, fuck your segment, Patrick.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you
I'm with
have any
Mike.
news?
I have a little bit.
Oh, shit. Inform us.
Just because we had a discussion last week about A Quiet Place, and they came out and told us what the monster actually is.
Oh, yeah.
And I was correct.
It was from outer space.
Fuck you.
No, duh.
And he looks at me like we had a bet or something. All right, but if I get it right, I get to turn around and say, fuck you.
Hold on. It was from outer space?
Yeah.
I called that.
Did you? We didn't know.
I wasn't here, but I was like, oh, that's outer space.
I mean, I was hoping it was like some subterranean creature that came out from nowhere, but outer space is cool. That means it does leave like a whole mystery of where the fuck did they come from and how did they get to Earth.
It did look something kind of like it could have came from like underground or something, which is why I had no eyes and shit, and it's dark underground.
Like a
Like
mole.
scissor hands.
Yeah.
Shit was like digging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Could have
exactly.
been a
They
mole.
dug
Could have been a mole.
Could have been a mole.
mole people. Yeah.
Hashtag could have been a mole.
Watch out for the moles.
What was the last good mole people movie?
Ever? No, I don't think
Mole
ever.
Peoples too.
Can we make that? Mole rats. Yes.
Close?
Yeah.
All right, anything else, Pat?
Oh, for the news?
Yeah,
there's
well.
a couple of things. Jurassic Park just came out with a new trailer.
They
It's
did.
sick.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. But did it remind you of anything else?
The
Oh, yeah.
other ones?
Did it remind you specifically at number 2, The Lost World?
Oh, of course.
It's like the same movie all over again.
It
Just has
looks
some
exactly like-
volcanoes.
yeah, it looks like the same movie.
No, because
Here we go.
Here we go.
did you see in the trailer?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't see it? Has anyone seen it?
I saw the
Patrick
trailer
has.
I
today.
was talking to a wall here.
No, I saw
Inform
it.
me, Dylan. Inform me.
The fucking water dinosaur.
Yeah.
There was a scene where like people were. Hey, I've been asking that for a while.
yeah, for real.
Right?
Okay,
yeah, like
okay, sorry.
I'm a
Heard-
huge Jurassic
they
Park
heard
fan. I don't care if it's Lost World
No, they did a
2.0.
scene where like there was like I guess these people were surfing like near a beach,
Oh,
Yeah.
and the wave goes up, and like underneath the wave is the giant crocodile dinosaur from the last movie.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
I'm stoked.
I'm getting what I want.
That's like-
on all levels.
It's got Jeff
Megalodon.
Goldblum in it. That's all I needed.
Wet.
Yep.
It might.
I bet it has a Jeep in it.
Super Raptor. It's kind of like we're talking about old survival horror video games on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Dino Crisis. Yeah, except we're not in space.
That's true.
Yeah, which
Okay,
it
makes sense.
Evil or Jurassic
This
Park.
is the same director
Go to
on the
space.
game.
No
Go to
space.
Where was Jeff Goldblum during the last Jurassic?
Writing a book.
Yeah.
Fucking like I'm
in this
Dr.
one.
Ian Malcolm. Fuck you guys. I'm too cool. Like,
I'll come back when you really need me.
huh?
Was he there?
In the last
He
Jurassic?
wasn't in the last
In
one.
the island. Like, was he there when...
Oh,
No.
are you saying like if you
No.
bring no,
told me
no,
he
he
was so
wasn't.
mad.
He would have been there.
No,
spiritually?
first
Was he there?
he could have been spiritually, but no, he would have. Let me tell you, if Jeff Goldblum was in that
He
movie,
would've
he would have
showed
showed up.
Yeah.
But anything else, Pat?
If you have Xbox One, this month you can grab Dead Space 2 for free.
No shit.
That's a
That's a
fucking.
I'm excited about
that's
that.
a great
That's
game.
scary
I thought that was a
shit.
good segment to
stoked
our-
but feared. The last one that I played, I think it was 3.
I think that was the last one
Wasn't
that was made, right?
total. It was like one of those things where it's like you've been playing it for so many hours, and you're like, all right, I finally destroyed the thing. I finally destroyed it, and then it's like, oh, well, there's another one over here, and now you got to go over here because you're like the bridge that you just built broke, and now you got to find a way around it.
It's
like,
never
God
ending
damn it.
horror. The
Yeah.
first one was fucking terrifying. And I never
was
even
hard.
played it. I just watched people play
Very
it.
hard.
It was stupid hard. The line gun
If
was the
you're a
best
nerd,
weapon to get.
That's what you guys said to me.
No, that game was hard for it made you had to aim. Like that was one of those games where like you just couldn't really like spray shoot because you didn't have a lot of ammo. But like the line gun was the shit. If you didn't use that, I don't know how you beat the
I
game.
did.
Because you have to kill them by taking off their limbs.
I like
one
the- I
that
like the
upgraded
story
to
of
make
it.
lighter.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
did.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a shotgun of sorts.
Yeah.
I like the
kinda
story of the game. It's like you like
Story's
they're
good.
mining and like they find it and they release alien. Like that's
We'll
a
have
crazy
to do an
story.
episode on that franchise
Uh,
because
did
the
you
animated
ever-
movie is really good too.
It really
I was
is.
just about to bring
There's
that
a
up.
movie?
The animated movies are really
Aftermath.
That'd
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
That'd be a good live action movie.
Hell yeah, I agree. But
Like they did Doom.
no. We're gonna talk about that. Don't worry.
Okay,
we will
anyway,
talk
anyway.
about
You know who
video
crushed-
game
you know who
to
crushed that
movie.
movie too? Who did Blade Runner 2049 and Arrival? Dennis Villeneuve or something?
Is it something? It's some name I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
I don't remember his
I think
name.
it's
You think you should let him do it?
I think you should direct everything.
I agree.
He should direct every movie.
Everything involving aliens and space.
Dennis Villeneuve. He's got a last name that's hard to pronounce for me, but
Yeah.
I'm white, so I can't pronounce it.
yeah, same. I try, but I fucking
Dennis Villeneuve?
fucking
Yeah, we'll go with
gringo. Let's fucking any more, Pat, before we hop into the
Fuck
discussion.
no, there's other shit, but I don't care.
All right.
Okay.
Resident Evil.
Gremlins is getting rebooted. That's
Why?
it.
Why?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that
Gremlins.
don't do that. Why?
They're gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Across
another
the board, you
podcast.
can just hear it. It's we're upset.
It was a very long sigh.
But that's a whole other podcast. Let's just get into Resident Evil.
Yeah, let's do this shit.
Let's talk about it.
I remember
Oh,
being.
Pat was on. I saw Pat on Bloody Disgusted.
I did. Patrick from This Might Sound Crazy. His
Yeah.
new comic book Zorma was.
They put it on there?
They did an article about his.
Oh, cool.
Upcoming
Did you all post
comic.
about it?
Huh?
It's got the
Yeah.
cat
I
on the
did.
cover.
Yeah. It's gonna
That
be.
looks really cool.
It's an anthology comic book series, but it looks fucking sick, and
I
it's.
really want to get into more like horror-driven.
Bro,
graphic
I
novels
got
and
you. Don't
comics
worry.
thing.
I'll hit you. I'll give you some links.
I've read The Wake.
The Wake is
Scott
good.
Snyder's
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Wake is sick.
That's super good. I want to read Witches too.
Yeah, I wanna read that.
Which
I-
apparently Brad Pitt's movie studio picked up.
Really?
The first issue came out and they bought it.
I want to learn how to read.
Yeah, that would help.
You should try that. You should try doing that, dude.
Pictures, bro, you can figure it out.
He's got pictures,
True,
man.
true.
True.
You ever read Scott Snyder's American Vampire?
No.
That's what got him the job to do Batman, pretty much.
I love his Batman.
Scott
run.
Snyder's a phenomenal fucking writer.
Oh, yeah.
Anything Scott
Especially
Snyder
for horror.
touches is gonna be gold.
My Amazon wish list is just chock full of just graphic novels and all that. And I mean, I've read Lock and Key
Yeah.
too. I'm not
Cruel
finished
Hand.
with it, but I've been reading a lot of that, and that's super crazy good. I mean, didn't he write as Stephen King's son, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
He
it's.
wrote Horns too. Like,
Yes.
Like, I don't know if the book's
Yeah.
called Horns, but it's what they.
Yeah, but it's under his
With Daniel
different persona.
Radcliffe's movie and shit.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
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 But fucking off track.
All right, let's get to
I
Resident
promise
Evil.
you,
Yeah, I want to talk Resident Evil.
talk is coming now.
Right now.
Fucking what were we? I didn't play it. It was 1996. I was only 3, so I
Yes.
think I probably played it in probably like mid 2000s, early 2000s. Dude, I was 93, man,
Sames.
I'm 89.
bro.
Old
My
ass.
grandpa.
Your
Damn,
grandpa on
Dylan's
this
old.
show.
Grandpa. God damn.
But I remember playing this game when I finally got it, opening it up, putting it in, and the infamous start screen.
Yeah.
Resident Evil. And you're like, shit just got real. I'm scared already. Like, who is this man yelling at me? But
The first one I played was the second one.
you played the second one?
That's
I
the
didn't
that's
play
the
the-
one that I remember the most. Just 'cause my older brother, we had a PlayStation, and he was a dick and wouldn't let me play. But I remember I would be so stoked watching him, and then like I would try to play by myself, and that's when like I said, I couldn't do it myself. I was like too hard
Game's
for
hard.
me at the time. Yeah,
It
but
was
the second one was the
branded
one I remember.
the survival horror genre.
Yep.
Technically, there's another game before it. I think it's called Sweet Home or Home Sweet Home.
Yeah,
it was
Sweet Home.
Sweet
Sweet
Home,
Home. Yep.
8-bit game, which is a really cool concept. When I was
Which is
watching.
based on a Japanese movie.
Correct.
Right, and that's kind of what Resident Evil came from, right?
Yeah. Well, there was an 8-bit game. And you had 4 journalists, and each one had like their key skills
Yeah.
and how they could solve puzzles. And if that person died, like you lost that person for good
For the rest of the game.
for the rest of the game. So, and there was
Yeah.
no way to restart the game at that
And
time.
I actually read up on that, and depending on who you lost and who you won with,
Yeah, you
there
never
was
solved puzzles.
There was 5 different endings. So if you would beat it and say like these 2 people died,
Yeah.
and you lost them, the way that would end, like if you played it again and lost 2 other people or whatever, whoever you won with, the ending would be completely different.
That's kind of ahead of its time, don't you
Oh,
think?
definitely.
it was
That's
definitely ahead of the
badass,
time.
yeah.
That's why. Like,
What about Splatterhouse? It's kind of a horror game.
It
is.
the remake was good too for Xbox.
Splatterhouse.
It was full of heavy metal and blood and gore, and it was like that was my shit. I was like, hell yes.
Yeah, that's dope.
The remake, that is, not the original. But I mean, just from that opening intro of Resident Evil or Biohazard, if you're from Japan, just really get you that like. I remember like entering the haunted house because it's supposed to be a haunted house.
Yeah, it's
and
like-
then you come into your first zombie and it cuts that theatrical screen.
Yep.
Okay.
And
they
it,
get chased into that house. Right?
yeah,
Yeah, they get like they're exploring like outside of Raccoon City, and then they get chased in by zombie dogs.
yeah, which
Zombie
is
dogs.
such a cool concept.
It is.
I love the zombie dogs.
Well, I got 2 cool things to say. I looked up like a little bit like random facts that said you should know about Resident Evil.
Nothing.
which kind of go into that. But
Way to pull the curtain there.
so like,
Yep.
Keep going.
do we know why they changed it to Resident Evil instead of Biohazard?
It was a
The name
copyright
was too
issue,
confusing.
right?
No, they didn't like the name in America. The name didn't do good in America.
Okay,
Like when they were like testing
right.
it.
Well, the reason why it didn't do good in America, there's two facts. It was hard to trademark the word Biohazard, and because
wasn't there a
Biohazard,
band?
the band was so
Yeah.
big already that they were like, when people they did questionnaires like, oh, what do you think when you hear Biohazard? They're like, the band. And they're like, okay, well, that's not going to sell well as a video game, so they had to rename it.
Huh.
Which I think is kind
Which
of
is
cool.
better. I like Resident Evil. more
Resident
than
Evil sounds
Biohazard.
cool.
Resident Evil's a lot better.
Yeah.
I didn't know about
it's
the
a great
Biohazard
subtitle.
band
I
and
have slams.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's also just but the image stayed the same.
Exactly.
The logo for Resident Evil, the box, like that was like really hot
Yeah, of course. yeah.
over here, but they just switched the names.
And then also how you said you're like saying like the mansion, they get chased into the mansion or
That was
whatever.
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. I'm sorry. You guys kind of look
He's
the same.
over there.
The other big fella.
So I read that the manager, the senior manager of product planning, I don't want to try to say the name, of the first game, the reason why they wanted the setting to
Komi?
look Minami?
Oh,
Sound it
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Zuko gotcha.
Yeah. So he
God.
they chose the setting to be like European style mansions because it actually those type of houses frightened him in real life. So he's
I mean, yeah,
taking
they're
trips
fucking terrifying.
to Europe, and he's been in like countryside big mansions in America at the time. Those he said that walking through those houses would just scare the shit out of him. And so
mean-
like that's a perfect spot to put a zombie, like no lights and zombies.
Europe was such a big part of the backstory in the early games.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what it was, and then, like that's where he wanted to set it in. So I think that's kind of cool.
Because they were doing like apparently like while they were doing the T virus in America, there was a separate place in like Europe that was working on something like I don't know if Code Veronica was. I know like they had the Antarctic base where like the separate strain of Code Veronica was being worked on. I think it started that one started in Europe
yeah, because
in the story.
there's like a weird, like you can YouTube this, like, but the story of like Terra Save, where the fuck that company, the corporation's actually was called, and then it became Umbrella Corporation.
Who are evil?
Yeah, evil fuckers.
Mad. They're mad.
Like, there's
Basic
a huge
story.
video on like you can learn literally like the starting point of the T virus, and then that's what they did. They split. They like broke off. You know, America worked on the T virus. The UK did, I think, Code Veronica, the cloning of people or trying to create superhuman children and shit like that. And then there was other like facilities and labs around the world that worked on different products, which is like that happens today. You look at Lockheed Martin. Every one factory makes something particular.
Different, yeah.
and it's
They
just-
ship it all in one spot, yeah.
Yeah. But like I just liked how Resident Evil really like, even though if we look back now, the graphics are shit. Like if you're playing the original, those controls
Yeah.
are clunky.
Yeah, but for the time, man,
but
Yeah.
but the cinematics in the game are cool.
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
But and also
Yeah, but it
shooting
didn't get
was
cool until,
impossible.
like, the second game.
I mean,
Because we didn't really have much cutscenes in the first game.
yeah, with the second game, I think with anything like you learn.
Yeah.
So like they did this, they did the fixed camera settings with the pre-made walls, which really add to the game. That there was nothing
Yeah.
that had to like generate in the background. And I love the fixed camera, like the fact that you can't move around.
It adds on to the horror element of
Yeah,
the
you
game.
don't
Yeah,
know
'cause
what's
you don't know-
behind a corner, and
Exactly.
they did that for a reason. Like if you're walking down a hallway, you technically are not going to be able to see if you're actually walking around the corner, like you can in today's third-person games, where you can kind of like move the
You
camera
can move the
around.
camera first, right, yeah.
Which I'm glad that they went back to that type of setting with Resident Evil 7. Like where it's not fixed cameras, but it's very
First person.
It's first person, and it's very stationary on how you can
Yeah,
look
It's
around
like,
things.
Yeah, that screwed me up in that game because I wanted more movement because I'm used to other games.
Typical games, yeah. What was
You
that?
guys ever play Outbreak
I did.
online?
I
Resident
did.
Evil Outbreak?
It was for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Never
No, I didn't
played
play
it.
it because I hated it.
That's the online
They
game.
introduced,
Yeah.
That's where the game they introduced the zombie elephants.
Yes.
Like 4-player
Pardon?
co-op.
Yeah, there's zombie elephants in the Resident Evil
It's not.
universe.
There's not really like a contained like story. Just like it's random. Like it was when they were trying to do like co-op shit.
Yeah, it was
It
when
didn't
like
really work that
online
well.
play became a thing.
You could be like 3 load screens away from somebody, and it'd still be in real time. So if you die, that load screen just still.
Yeah, and then you had no way of talking to your teammates.
Yeah.
So like you had no idea what the fuck you were doing.
PS4 keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the PS2
That's when
keyboard.
they were doing like Final Fantasy Online.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then like I don't know if they did EverQuest.
They didn't come back to that idea until 5 with the co-op thing, which I thought they improved on. That's the only cool thing about that game.
I mean, you're looking at 2009 versus like early 2000s.
I like that game.
Resident Evil 5
we'll get
was-
into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Can we
one.
talk about 4 first?
I mean, yeah.
Well, there's other ones, yeah.
I mean,
I
we
like
don't talk
three
about
a lot.
all of them. I just like us to pick like the ones what we like the most because
4.
there are so many Resident Evil games, and the first 2 are just like no brainers. Like you just have to talk about them. I mean, and number 3 is good because it does introduce the Nemesis
That's
project.
the first one I played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember walking through Movie Gallery and
seeing the
Blockbuster and seeing that cover of that shit, and it terrified
with Nemesis
me.
on it.
My
Yes.
grandfather
Nemesis is
took
such
me
a
to
bad
Walmart
thing.
Yeah, just looking how
to get-
fucking
to
scary
get a
that
video
was.
game for my birthday, and I didn't know what to get. Cause I think that game came out around the same time as like
Came out in '99.
around. I think it came out around the same time around Majora's Mask or something. I don't know. And I already
But you had to
the
seen
game.
that cover and been like,
And I saw the cover and I saw Nemesis on the
with
cover.
him
and I was
smiling,
like,
those teeth and
this
shit.
looks sick. And I got it, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just got cheat codes just so I can get the acid gun. Just like,
Remember when
Yeah,
cheat codes came in the magazines? You'd have to
Yep.
get the magazine and shit.
oh, yeah, yeah,
Or Game Shark.
Game show, man.
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Or you had to have good dial-up connection.
I wasn't even part of that.
What I do like, just kind of not segueing, but like tying in the movies, is how the movies, in a very distant way, have the elements of the games in them.
Well, I mean, yeah, with some of the characters.
Very,
and-
like I said, it's very
yeah.
back there,
Yeah.
but like the fact that what's his name in the first movie gets taken away at the end to be Matt to be going to the Nemesis project,
Yeah.
and they tie in Nemesis into
Right,
the second movie.
Which is a cool thing that they do
Yeah.
because
But Allison's that's not even a character in the game.
No. They definitely created a OP character.
yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's fucking.
But we'll talk about
Yeah.
the movies later.
But Resident Evil 4, I think that's
Yeah,
one
that's
that
alright.
most people really
Alright.
know about. Like, let's get on to Resident Evil 4. It fucking changed the whole. It became an action game.
I'm about to say it was like a shooter after that.
It was an
wasn't
action.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, it really
I'd
was.
give it a solid 10 masterpiece.
Yeah.
For me,
Was it that good? I remember playing it,
Dude,
but I
it
don't remember
was-
being like,
Dude, it was absolutely scary when the chainsaw fucking guy come out.
Sackhead?
With the sack head.
Yes, dude.
Because
I used
no
to
matter
shoot
what,
fans.
if you didn't kill him by the time he got to you, you're fucked.
Yeah, no, you're fucked.
And he
Once
made
you heard
that
shit,
noise.
you heard him revving around the corner, and you just heard.
Yo, he made that weird breathing noise.
Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
He was chasing you, and you were just like,
Yeah.
nah.
Nah, fuck
And,
that.
and the fourth game, they're not even zombies. They're just possessed
assholes.
people.
They're
Yeah.
just assholes at that point.
Yeah.
Which is kind of...
But I also liked it too because like that game, it takes you from like the villages, like the poor villages where they're all fucking infected and shit, and then you gotta deal with all that, and then like it segues into the castle where it's like almost a whole new game.
Yeah.
Where it's like the Lost Illuminados or whatever.
Yeah.
They talk about the conspiracies.
And then they
You know,
get-
and like those hood people
Yep.
make that weird noise.
And-
I did Dominus, Dominate.
Yes. It's like you're listening to Ghost.
Where it is, and you're just about to just hit pause, throw your controller on the ground, and say, "I'm done for the rest of the day."
I'm done.
Just
So
don't feel
fuck
like I can't
this.
handle it,
Associate with
you
him.
know?
And also the game did the worst thing ever. It gave you a character to play with no weapons.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the girl in the game, you had no weapons. You couldn't
the,
get no
the
weapons.
daughter's president, the president's daughter.
Like,
Yeah.
just
Do you
run.
think that they took inspiration from the hit movie My Date with the President's
Stop.
Daughter? Do you think
With Eric
Yes.
Foreman or Eric from
My Date with the President's Daughter? Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's just a very, very, very terrible and dark, awful date with the President's
No,
daughter.
yeah, that's
She
true.
does ask you on a date after the game.
Does she?
Oh,
yeah.
Of course she does.
That's the prequel to My Date with the President's Daughter.
There it is. We solved the case.
Yeah, she gets
Call the
injected
police.
with some fucking virus, and it's all.
Yeah, just a
Fine.
simple story with Leon too.
Yeah.
A really cool
They
character.
get,
That's
they get manhandled by Brock Lesnar Rasputin.
But no, that Resident Evil 4, I think, really kicked like Resident Evil back into the fucking video
Yeah.
game
It
world because they
needed
were
it.
suffering for a while.
Well, when did Resident Evil 0 come out?
2003?
We're looking
It was a
2002.
Before 4, right?
2002.
It came out before 4.
It came out before
because
4.
Resident Evil 0 is like the day before Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
Correct.
So like
I like that game a lot.
That one was a good game as well.
It was cool.
That
Because
was
it
for
had,
the GameCube, right?
I think so. Yeah.
There was like a weird thing where like
What's the name of the convict?
I don't even fucking remember.
He was
Akon.
He was a badass.
Akon.
Convict.
Akon.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Adventures of Akon and Young
Akon,
Jeezy.
Yeah.
Speeding through a train to an umbrella testing facility.
Hell yeah.
That's the game I want to play.
Yeah.
Akon and Young Jeezy. Co-op Resident Evil. Just
It's like that 50
tearing
Cent
ass.
game.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be ridiculous.
Blood in the Sand or whatever. Whatever. I don't know if I just made that up. Or
I think you did. Sounds like a book.
No, I'm telling you. All right. I'm going to look it up.
Look it up. What about 5 was whose favorite best? Did anyone really like 5? Dylan?
Yes.
5 was in Africa, right?
Yeah, that's with it's
Oh,
with Chris
damn.
and
I remember that one. I remember that one.
It was still very actiony.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen,
5 and 6
Oh,
were
they're-
very
they're
action.
all actiony until
I'll
either
say-
7.
I'll
different.
say
No, until after 4, they're all actiony until 7, I feel like.
50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
Fuck yeah,
I did
dude.
not make that up. It's a thing that I remember in my brain.
It got a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Why is it on eBay for $867?
Because they only made 4 of them because
Wait,
no
what
one
the
sold.
fuck?
Someone else see this because I don't want anyone thinking I made that up.
no, it's true. I'm looking
true.
right at it.
Yo,
God damn it.
give us the money, we'll buy it.
Jesus.
Where's Jake?
Let's start a Patreon
Imagine
account.
playing that
Where's
game.
our money guy?
Jesus.
But like, what did you like about 5? Because like, I liked it, but it wasn't like my favorite of the series.
I like the co-op.
Yeah.
The co-op was great. And I mean, even if you didn't have someone doing co-op with you, I felt like your AI was still pretty solid.
Yeah, it was like a Resident Evil game
And
you can
plus
play with
it-
your friends.
Plus, you know, if you're in Africa, you know there's going to be some part where they send you down a fucked up diamond shaft or something.
Of course.
I knew it. You know, I didn't say the giant bat.
Did they play
Yeah.
Toto? Did they play
which I still thought
Toto?
was sick.
No?
No.
No Toto by Africa?
No Toto.
I thought their chainsaw guy was a lot scarier too.
Yeah.
the chainsaw guy in Resident Evil 5 was scarier.
Yeah.
And harder to kill.
What did he look like?
He was like
he had like the dirty rag on his head.
Yeah.
He had one eye sticking out.
Yeah.
No shirt, so you know he's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Motherfucker
don't
gonna
wear a
fuck your
shirt,
ass
if you
up.
don't wear a shirt in Africa, you're nuts.
No shirt,
Yeah.
no shoes. He had no problem.
We saw him when we had the. I remember getting the demo
Chesney.
on PlayStation or Xbox 360, and that's the clip that they put the demo is when you fight him.
No
Ugh.
way, really.
It was he was like a boss or something like that.
He is a pretty
Final
hard.
The end of that game was kind of meh.
Yeah, I remember the ending being like,
fight Wesker on a volcano.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he had to shoot 2 rocket launches at him, and then it was like that's
Because there's
it.
volcanoes in Africa?
Which is how
Oh, yeah,
this fourth one ended.
Volcanoes in Africa?
I don't think so. That's pretty flat land out there.
I mean, I don't know the geographical
Volcanoes down in
terrain of Africa.
Africa.
Geometry. Okay, well, fuck every other game. The one that really fucking blew me away was Resident Evil 7.
Yes.
Oh, we're just gonna skip
Yes.
six?
We're just gonna
Yes,
skip 6.
we
We're
are.
gonna skip 6.
We're gonna skip
No,
6.
let's talk about Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, bruh.
Yeah, it's new, it's fresh.
Scary as
It's still
fuck.
scaring the fuck out of people.
Scared the shit out of
I
me.
didn't
You can have a
play it all
VR
the way
experience
through.
with it.
I didn't play it all the way through.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
could
gonna,
have a-
I'm
you
not
could
gonna
have a-
spoil it for you.
I'll tell you why. Because
It's scary.
my friend was like, "Hey, well,
Too scared?
This from Redbox," and I was like, "Okay." And he came over to my house. And
Couldn't beat it,
watched
it's
me
too hard.
play it. And it was very good. But it was scary when he was there. And then he left, and I live on my own. And I started to play it again.
And you're like,
I was
nah.
Just like, I do not think I can handle this.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
I'll
it has
tell you-
like the most effective jump scares in a video game I've ever experienced.
Ever.
How reflective was it of Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh, yeah, the whole
Very.
thing.
The
I
dinner
mean,
scene.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, the dinner scene.
When
You got
he
the dude-
cuts the guy's
the
fucking
grandma
arm off.
There's a dinner scene.
The grandma in the
and then there's,
wheelchair.
there's a fucked up like house and shit.
Yeah, and it's in Louisiana, I think, in the
Yeah,
bayou.
in Louisiana.
It's almost like a rail game where it's like, you know, those games that kind of moves for you. Even though you control it yourself, it's like it's so set up so well.
Like the new
where it's
Pokemon
like
games that piss me off.
where you're
Yeah.
going, it's so much like cool cinematic stuff happens in the background.
Yeah.
Like,
Like they made.
what I saw. I didn't
Yeah, yeah,
finish it,
yeah.
but-
Well,
I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but that game is fucking fantastic.
I think it's the only
They just came out with
Resident.
the gold edition. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
the gold edition comes with the 2 found footage installments,
No
Volume
shit.
1 and Volume 2, and then there's a new storyline where you're playing as like not missionaries, fucking mercenaries. Yeah, missionaries. Yeah,
Oh, hell
spreading the fucking word of God at these people. No, you're playing like a fucking like a strike team or something. You're going into
To
the
save
air.
them or something.
No, I don't know if it's to save them.
Oh, so you're on the opposite side?
No,
No. You're like a strike
rescue
team. You're like a rescue team for some. It's weird. I don't know. I haven't played it yet.
You go to the same house?
I don't know where the story goes. I don't because I don't want to give away the ending.
Did anyone play it in VR?
No, I want to though.
I had a friend that did, and he said
I
he
feel
almost
like-
shit himself.
I feel like that's like that game was made for VR. And
It definitely was.
Yeah. And I like.
And that's awesome.
It went back to survival. That's what I really liked about it.
It's very survival horror. It's not action in the slightest.
And,
I mean, like
well-
you got your gun battles and stuff, but like
Yeah,
it's
but
very,
it's also
yeah, but like
conserve your
with
shit.
five bullets and a shotgun type shit, like where you have to like really aim
I mean,
and
you
really
can get up in with your ammo if you conserve it. If you
right,
if you,
but that's Survivor basically.
yeah,
I mean,
no,
that's,
I'm saying like, and the thing is, if you once you beat the game, you unlock the hardest mode, which is like the original Resident Evil. Remember the ink ribbons? And
Yeah.
if you didn't find them, you couldn't save your game. Like fuck
Yeah.
you. That's how the game plays.
Oh shit.
So in the game currently, you found some ink ribbons in the game when you're playing it, but once you beat it completely, you unlock that mode and you can play it where you have to save your game with the tape recorder with the ink ribbons.
Damn.
And if you don't have them, you can't save.
It's
Well-
kind of cool that they go back to like
Their
back,
roots.
well, it's because you're stuck in a house.
well, that's
yeah.
also why it's called Biohazard. Is the fact I feel like they kind of wanted to go back to the.
Oh yeah,
OG
100%. Because I want to say, if I'm not
I
mistaken,
feel like 6 was so
Actiony,
well. That
had like
and
3 stories.
it was super
4.
actiony and like it was just people did not like that game.
yeah, no.
I
So
did.
It makes you beg the question: Was Biohazard in development already when that game came out? Or
I
was
don't
that
know.
a
think so.
response to
Well,
6?
Revelations 2
Response,
came
for
out
sure.
after 6.
Oh, that's when we're on the boat, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Revelations 2 is okay. It kind of goes back to that horror-ish survival type
That was a DS game, wasn't it?
DS
Yeah.
game, PS4.
I think
it came on all of them.
5 and 6 is
Resident-
their most like profitable like games.
But Resident
Yeah.
Evil 7, I think, was like. I mean, I feel like a lot of genres and a lot of games, movies, a lot of things do that to where they know it's like, okay, it's about time. We need to go back for this is for like the OG fans. This, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't
Like,
they-
I don't know. I feel like they like it was necessary.
Didn't they kind of like Drake that shit? You know, when like Drake will kind of be like, "I got a new album coming out next week," and everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, what?
Didn't they kind of like this game was kind of like
It came
It just
out of
blew
nowhere.
up.
it
Just
came
blew
out
up.
of fucking nowhere.
And especially because
I
I mean,
feel like
because it was so OG that the word spread like a motherfucker, and
That's the
everyone
thing,
I
you
knew
don't-
was playing that
you
game.
don't need to do a whole like teaser build up ad campaign for games now. Now with how people want their stuff, it's like
But that wouldn't have
Here
worked
is-
if it
and
wouldn't have
that
worked if
kinda
it was
gets
an
me
action
talking
game
more.
though. It wouldn't have worked if it was an action game. The word
No.
spread so fast because they're like, this is like fucking
well, you got the
OG.
Everyone
Like,
could get the demo.
Yeah.
Like when they announced it.
Yeah.
They're like, "When's it come out?" Well, here's a demo.
Yeah.
And
True.
then everyone could play the demo, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck!" And I almost feel like they kind of took pages from like current indie horror games,
like P2.
Yep.
P2, what the new Silent Hill I guess was going to be or whatever.
Death
P2.
Stranding.
No,
Oh.
before that, before
Oh.
the whole Kojima.
Oh, that was PT2.
Yeah,
PT.
that's what
What
that.
that was called.
PT, whatever. Yeah.
Playable,
yeah.
playable trailer.
That and kind of like Outlast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outlast was very, which I still haven't played.
I played a little bit of
I
the
watched
first one.
people
That's
on
all.
Twitch play it.
It's
And that's as close as I kind of want to get. And the second one is apparently really good too. And I watched people play that, and I was just like, I don't know how you do it. And I love scary movies and getting scared and playing scary video
Please,
games.
I hope I know what you're gonna say. Go on, say it.
No, now I feel like I'm supposed to say it. I don't know, but it's like I love to play that stuff, but like there's just like I watch shit and like now it's getting so extreme, and you're just like,
Oh yeah.
That scares the shit out of me,
God.
dude. All right, well,
Especially living on your own.
Resident Evil,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7 is the first Resident Evil that I think I beat all the way through,
And you live
but-
in the South, bro.
dude.
Those villains could. they
I
could-
know. I was just in New Orleans.
Bro, Christmas, Florida, between
Oh, yeah.
and Titusville.
30 minutes
They're
away from
all
my
out
house.
there,
Though
bro.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil
They're
is
all
real.
out there.
Yeah, we call them forest critters. You know what I'm talking
Forest
about?
critters.
I'm telling you, St. Augustine. I live 10 minutes from Hastings.
Yeah, I know. I've been to Hastings,
Woods County, Palatka. Yeah, bro.
Palatka. That's where they have
Hell
Hogwaller,
no.
the biggest. Yeah, I know. What
Yeah,
you're talking about.
Palatka, Florida's full of that. Just that.
Potato
Just that.
Valley, Florida. Yeah, they're all.
What
out
I was gonna
there,
say
bro.
about that is
They're
that
all out there.
Jesus, what is
Alright,
happening?
So Resident Evil 7 is the first one I think I played all the way through. But I played it like it was me and everyone I lived with, And to make it even scarier, we made sure we had all the lights off. Like, we never played it, like, during the day. It was like, okay, sun's down, everyone's home from work, lights off. And we were terrified the whole time. And I loved it. Like, I couldn't get enough. I was like, holy shit, I'm scared. We'd have jump scares, and then we couldn't stop playing
I
it.
did that when Doom came out. What was it, for Xbox?
Fuck yeah.
Xbox
Yeah, was it
360?
Doom 3?
My buddy had a surround sound system in his room. And so when he got Doom, we just went and sat in his room.
And you can't stop, though.
And it was so fucking intense.
I love
Yeah.
that. Doom
But you
3 and
loved
Doom
it.
3 Resurrection of Evil
Was
was
it
the
Doom
shit.
3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Doom 3 was the one that just, like, blew people away on
Yeah, but,
Xbox.
I live on my own, so it's like I can't call people and be like, hey, you want to come over and watch me play a scary game? It's like, I don't know if that's ever going to work for the 3 friends I have in St. Augustine.
Call a girl up. Do girls love that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Have you ever tried?
Oh, is that what I'm missing?
Have you ever tried?
I do like that Resident Evil 7 went back to that survival element of the series.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you have to find your ammo, you have to there's the silver coins, the coins in the game that you can use to unlock things, but they're hard to fucking find. There's like one gun that's worth like 40. I'm like, where did you find 40 coins? I found like 5 the entire game.
Yeah, dude, check your game chart.
You know what was scary as fuck about Resident Evil 7 was when
You're scared about everything, so that your statement isn't
but
valid.
this was scary. The spider lady who turned in like her legs got all big and you had to
Don't ruin things.
I've
You
seen
don't
that
know.
part.
Okay,
that was
the mother.
That was the second fucking
I've
part.
seen that part.
Yeah, that was literally the second level.
Yeah, it's like an attic. I didn't get that far. Bro.
That was the mother.
I didn't get that far.
Don't fight the mom. She's scary.
You have
have
to.
to, don't you?
Yeah, you have to.
No, you just turn the Xbox off.
Oh, bro. That'll show them.
But
Invite a girl over, turn the Xbox
I
off.
think with Resident Evil 4, I think I've played it and beaten it on everything it's ever come out on.
yeah, same.
Because it's like I get it and I go, well, here goes $20, and then but it's like $20 so well worth spent.
It is.
Like I spent a whole tropical storm. Like my brother had a Wii, and I was.
We
like,
have those in Florida. They're every week.
Yeah, guys, and for those who don't know, it's terrible. I went over to his house and he had a Wii, and he had he had Resident Evil 4, and he had the little gun holster, like the gun thing that hold.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
I couldn't play any shooter game on the Wii. It's too fucking
arcade.
You
hard.
could do
Yeah.
that, and it worked real well when you held the gun.
Oh, that's
You
probably
could put
so
it on.
fun.
So for like, I don't know, like 9 hours straight, I was like, oh my, I was like 16 or 17, like drinking my brother's beer, like, oh hell.
And I was 5.
I'm so hard.
My parents aren't around, and just like drinking. It was like, oh, gross. I didn't know the beer was good.
Beer's nasty.
I was hanging, just playing that game for like 9 hours straight, and it was like some of the most fun I've ever had. And I've already played it.
That's because video games that are really good are fun no
Always
matter how
good.
many times you play it.
That's why I've
100%.
beaten Pokemon Yellow like 7
Shut up.
times.
You go bringing a Pokemon in
That
this
shit's
shit.
scary, dog. Okay, I'm just
Anyways,
kidding.
where do you think,
Anyways.
but where do you,
Going caves, there's
where do you-
bats.
Dude, fucking yeah, if you don't have Flash, that's scary.
You ever seen a zoo bat?
All right, anyway, go ahead.
What do you say,
dude.
Pat?
Dude.
where do you think the franchise is going to go from here, video game wise?
So
They're gonna
I
redo
think
7.
with the success of 7,
Yep.
and how everyone was really into the fact that it went back to its roots, I feel like they're going to continue with that.
Have to.
I would
Won't be so
like,
isolated though.
yeah, I would really like them to like go back to the zombie
Yeah.
storyline, because this one, since it was like a weird,
It's like supernatural,
worm,
weird,
yeah,
parasite-y
maybe
feeling.
almost outer space type of thing.
It was all locust. It was like
outer space.
Yeah, outer space.
well, no, it was all like
Yo.
locust and parasite-y feeling.
Yeah.
Like,
Usually
bro,
around the 8th version of something,
It has to go to
outer
space.
It has to go to outer
10 is
space.
space.
The
10,
Leprechaun's done it. Jason's done it.
Freddy has not done it.
Not yet.
10
Yeah,
No
is
one
yeah.
can
space.
dream in space. That's why.
True. So I'm hoping that they kind of like maybe Resident Evil does go to space. Fucking hold up.
It could.
I'm just kidding. Don't do
Hold
that.
up.
You know what I think would be sick?
If any franchise could,
It would be Resident Evil.
If Resident Evil wants "shut up and take my money" kind of response, I think they should revisit the scene, like the scenery from Resident Evil 4.
They need to go to jail.
But I think
Like
it needs to be-
Spaniard?
it needs to be an aftermath thing,
Right.
but in the same style as Resident Evil 7, because it's like, well, you've already taken care of most of the shit in
There's some
Resident Evil
leftover.
4, but there's leftover stuff. So
Yeah.
it could be like less enemies but more intense.
Right.
Can you imagine,
Ooh, like first.
dealing
Oh
with,
shit.
like Los Illuminados people, like in that
First
perspective.
person though.
First person, very bare bones. Like you got a gun with like 6 bullets in it. Like, make it
Yeah,
count.
That'd be cool.
that would be. I would like that. I mean, as long as it's hard, I don't want these games to be easy because
No,
I
they gotta
don't
be hard.
like them when they're too easy. That was my main problem with like 5 and 6 is that, like since it was more actiony, it was easier
It was
to play
like
the game.
run and gun almost.
Yeah, because you could find bullets, whereas in 7, like you really had to search well to find your
I
ammunition.
mean, you had to open every fucking drawer. You
Yeah.
had to look every single spot.
Now, would the people in the house, would they just pop out randomly?
yeah.
Get a
No,
certain
they would
point?
get your ass
That's
out of
kinda
nowhere.
like-
Especially the old man. He
was
popped out the
scary.
most.
Like just
That fight with him in the end.
Not anywhere, which I would like if they do it like more sporadic. Like it just like you're walking through.
Isolation.
That game is literally the fucking perfect way to create a hard video game and scare you.
See, I hated that.
Did
game.
you play it with PS4?
I played on Xbox, and
So that's where you fucked up.
That's one of the best rated games like ever,
But
dude.
this is why I hated it, and I didn't realize it till like months after. It like dawned on me one day, like when I was in the shower. But I did.
He thinks in the shower.
I did the version of the game where, because I had to connect, because it came with the.
You did the
Xbox
head.
One,
You did the head and voice.
Where if you talked or made a noise.
Yep. The xenomorph
It
would
would
attack.
find you.
Yep.
And there
Same.
was one part where I would hide in a locker and it
Yep.
would just find me, and I'm like, this game's fucking dumb. And then I realized later, I'm like, oh, yeah, I have the thing where my Kinect could hear me.
Yeah.
I probably actually liked the game because I remember.
So you made it like ultra hard for
Yeah,
yourself.
it is.
without knowing.
Without
made it
even
ultra
knowing.
hard for myself.
You
Story
could-
of my life.
Yeah, you can literally like it asks you if you want to turn on this like head voice sensor mode. And if
Damn,
you have the
that's
Kinect or the
scary.
PS4 camera, it would literally sync up to you where you are. And if you move too much or if you spoke too loud, the xenomorph, if it was
I
out
didn't
stalking
know
you,
that.
because here's the thing, like you don't have weapons in that game. It's like the first movie. You have things that can frighten it. You can never kill it. You just use it like a flamethrower to like have it run back into the thing so you
right,
can
but
fucking
it's
hide.
always coming after you.
Yeah, that game is fucking perfect, and I wish that
It did
they made
not
a
get-
second one.
It did not get good reviews.
I know.
No,
That's
but
because
everyone loves that everyone loves that game.
I mean, no. Hence why I got horrible reviews. A lot of people were kind of pissed at the fact that it was such a slow burn. Like you had to like crawl, crouch everywhere. You couldn't do
I
upfront
feel like
action.
real
and a lot of
gamers
people
like them. Like
no,
the
real
game.
gamers like Call of Duty.
But for me, it was like I liked the game just based off the radar.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's so from the movie, I whipped out that radar and I was like, well, I love this game.
Yep.
I
We
just-
did. I think I streamed the entire video game on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I should just check the settings next time.
Yeah, definitely. If you fucking keep dying, turn off that shit because it will
My
fuck you
Kinect's in
up.
my closet. I don't even fucking use that thing.
Yeah,
so
good. They're watching you.
Checkmate.
But I think like overall, like
I win.
Resident Evil as a video game franchise is fucking perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like they've definitely had some like downers in there.
Hiccups.
Yeah. Like, but overall, like you're thinking about 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll throw 5 in there and 7. Like that's a pretty
4.
good. And, sorry, 4
And 4. And 0.
and 0. There's a lot of good titles. And
I mean, yeah, we just said why it's a good fucking franchise. You just
Yeah.
named like 8
now
games.
let's talk about something that's
Okay.
Patrick just got interested in because he doesn't play video games that much, but how this video game franchise, became a fucking 6-movie series.
Shit show.
Was it 6 or 7?
It's on the
1,
seventh
2, 3,
movie.
4, 5,
6.
6, 7. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Wait, no, it is 6.
The finals the seventh, isn't it?
No, it's 6. You got
Damn.
Resident Evil, Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter.
I need you to
Wait,
spell all that for me.
Apocalypse was only number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, why did I think that was like
Those all sound
Way
like
later.
power metal songs.
yeah,
They are.
Extinction.
thrash.
Afterlife.
That's thrash metal.
So, I mean, I fucking loved the first one.
I love them all.
I love them all. God damn it.
And
They're all
by-
great.
And by love you mean.
Love.
I kind of enjoy them when I'm not paying attention.
And by love you mean.
Like I love Gremlins.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
This
god.
is Patrick's guilty fucking pleasure.
Oh, for
But I
sure.
feel like it's everyone's guilty pleasure because
Not
everyone
mine.
goes in season.
No.
Like everyone, like, there's a reason why they're still being made. If they weren't making money,
Yeah, there's obviously people seeing them.
No, each movie keeps making money.
Exactly.
A lot of money.
Because even though it's ridiculous and it doesn't really follow the storyline at all,
They're horror genre action movies.
it's a fucking video game that everyone
Can you
loves.
Tell me if that movie came out around the same time as Jason X.
Yes.
Let me tell you real quick. Which
Jason
one?
X came out in 19...
No, 2001. Suck my ass.
2001 and Resident
You're
Evil came out in
welcome. I'm a Jason
2002.
fan, so suck my
So,
ass.
I mean, 1 year apart from
You're
each
the only
other.
one.
All right, that just
at all.
further proves my point.
Yeah.
That
There was no good movies at the time, so
people were just
needing to watch
sucking
something.
off the idea teat of the Matrix. So they're just like, how many Neo-like characters can we make in a movie? Because Jason X had it,
Yep.
Yeah.
and this movie
Underworld had
certainly
it.
Underworld had well.
I like
2002.
Underworld, so-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
still,
love Underworld.
all she
Yeah.
was Neo hot
Listen.
version.
Neo's a punk.
No
Yeah,
vampire, bro.
yeah.
No computers in this simulation.
Outfit.
But let's get back onto
outfit
Resident Evil.
Uzis that don't run out of bullets.
Let's. No one cares about the Matrix. Let's talk about Resident Evil.
Yeah,
I care about
Oh.
the outfits though.
mixed vegetable.
Um.
I love all the movies.
Why is that, Patrick?
10 out of 10 on all of them.
Please explain why.
God.
They're just, I don't know. You could turn your brain off and just fucking watch them.
That's true. They are just a.
True.
They're not consistent at all in
Well,
story.
No.
They're
you know
fucking
why-
awful at
you know
telling
why
story.
You could because you did. I mean, did you really play the video games at all?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just said you don't play video games.
I don't
He's not
now.
a gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't now.
Yeah, no, but
Resident Evil's the reason
back
why
in
he
the
doesn't
day, I
play
used
video
to be
games.
really into it. But yeah, no, I'm into the video games. It follows none of the stories at all. Leon in the movies is a complete bitch
God.
in comparison of like video game to movie. I hate him in the movies, but
He looks like the backup guitar. He looks like the backup.
he looks like a
guitar-
bad cosplayer.
He looks like the backup guitarist for Winger.
Can we? Or Wesker, like they did a fucking actor change from
Oh yeah,
one movie
but
to the
the
next.
second one looks way better than the first
Yeah, the
guy.
second one looks way better. The whole like taking away her powers and giving them back to her, like just weird
fact that
shit.
she
She
had
had the powers, T-virus.
Why'd they give it to her?
They gave it to her in the end of the first movie. She goes into like that laboratory thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they did test, or was it in the second one where she got captured again?
Okay, so in the second movie is when she gets impaled,
Yes,
and then they find her again and then give her the powers to make people bleed from their eyes.
correct.
Yeah,
which
that's-
was cool.
That's
cool.
That's
movie is
nuts.
This is the
The
second,
second
one.
It's
one.
Apocalypse.
I'm trying to remember.
Dude, I always thought Apocalypse was like the fourth one.
No.
Was that the one with? You're gonna be hearing that a lot. Was that the one where they did this? Because I
That's
don't remember.
where they.
All right, the second one is with
Mike
Epps.
Mike Epps.
Yeah, Angel
For a
loves Mike
second there,
Epps.
for a second there, I was about to say Angel, quit kidding around. But I remembered, oh yeah, Mike Epps is in it. Doesn't he have gold guns?
Yeah,
You're right. 10 out of 10. I was so wrong.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See where you made your fucking mistake.
GTA, motherfucker.
Oh my god,
Rockstar
this movie is
Capcom
like
mix.
even though they can't tell a story, like Patrick said, you could just watch these movies and be like, this is gonna be bad, but they're gonna kill shit. Can we talk about how there was no blood splatter at all in the first movie?
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
if
some
you
Halloween
watch,
Oh
shit.
yeah, there isn't.
there isn't.
That's some Halloween
They're shooting
shit.
zombies and there's no blood. Like
No, because when they shoot the zombies, and you could tell it's a fucking. They have a rope on them. They just swing back.
Oh my
what
god.
gun are you using?
I need to rewatch this
What
shit.
what power rifle are you using that
Can
you
we-
can
can we
literally
talk
just
about
blast
the-
someone 30
They
feet?
just
Can we
fly
talk about
out
in the
the
first
window.
movie, the laser room? That was
Yes,
sick.
that's the
God.
best scene.
Yeah.
Next to the zombie dog, where she like runs up the fucking wall.
Yeah, they had the
and-
zombie dog.
In the cube. Or,
Yeah,
They did do it in the cube.
yeah. So this movie rips off the Matrix, the Cube.
They're like,
God.
this
The
director
Cube
was
is a
like,
great
you know
movie.
what?
I just rewatched that the other day on
I
Netflix.
don't really
It's on
have
Netflix.
any
Watch
good
the Cube.
idea on how to make this movie Resident Evil, but you know what? I'm just gonna
I
do
never thought
the
I'd
Cube
I never thought I'd
and
sit there
Matrix.
And say, didn't they take that from the Cube? Like I never thought that's a sentence I would say out loud
Yeah,
to people.
The fact that you have, wait, hold on, that means that you know that shitty movie, The Cube.
I mean, a lot of people
Yeah.
know the movie The Cube.
I know,
The Cube?
no, it's pretty good, but I'm just saying that means you have to know that movie and then the movie that rips off The Cube.
Yeah.
That's why you've never said it before, because the first time ever that's come into your head, like,
that someone's ripped off
The Cube, and it was
Yeah.
Resident Evil. That's just funny. Like,
I mean,
cool-
Slipknot.
Yeah.
That's like the,
cool-
best thing about that.
No, the
Yeah,
the soundtracks are fucking sick.
yeah.
Yeah,
The Kill Switch Engage song.
come on, the best soundtrack ever.
they,
so sick.
yeah,
And
yeah.
The movie stayed inside the house.
Yep.
They didn't go to Raccoon City to the second movie.
Which
just like in the video
second
games.
game.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, and then
So
they
there
introduced
are
Jill
parts
Stein in the second
There's
movie.
parts
what
that
you're
stay
missing?
true.
But you're missing from the first movie. You're missing the giant shark, the
Yeah.
giant snake.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
giant
fucking
snake.
real nitpicky. Giant snake, the giant. There's the giant spider. Tongue licker is in the first game.
He's in the.
That's a lot
He's
of
in the movie too.
CGI.
He is in the movie at the
Well,
end.
it's like,
He's in
well,
the-
I didn't play Resident Evil till the remastered version on GameCube, and I remember watching
yeah.
my friend be like,
Nerd.
You had to fight the shark Neptune,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever," and I was like, "There's a shark in this. That's sick." And then like, so I went and played it myself, and like, I thought the giant snake and the shark were cool.
Yeah, that's
Why
definitely.
can't I
They are
have that in
cool.
my movie?
Where's the movie? Yeah.
Because the movie, okay, the thing is why they keep making money is because it doesn't cost a lot to make those movies at all.
Yeah, I feel like they probably filmed that shit in 7 days.
The amount of money they make like fucking triples.
Yeah.
Easy, like the first week, just
Resident
because.
Evil, the one with Leon in it, was it Resident Evil 4,
5.
5? And
What,
then-
video game or movie?
Movie.
Oh, yeah, movie 5.
5. So
Yeah.
Retribution.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
one
like,
where they go in the simulator thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
they had to like.
You know all this.
Because I like them.
Then they have to go through like Wesker's fucking torture
Funhouse, yeah.
torture funhouse
Yeah.
Doom or whatever.
They took like the House of M from the Marvel comics, like
Yeah.
Doctor
Yeah.
Doom and shit, and they're like,
Yes.
Now it's
we can
time
just
to
throw
pass
this into a
the
movie.
zombie test. Like,
Wait, I
what?
got a
We've been
old
doing this the entire fucking 4
They had to
years.
solve like 3 puzzles, and that movie literally felt like the middle episode of a season TV, of a TV show. It was like a segue where it's like on this episode we find our heroes at Wesker's torture funhouse of doom, and it's like,
Like we don't know what to do with this.
how are they
So
gonna get out of this one? It's like, oh, this is like they had like a fucking dome that was a recreation of Raccoon City, and
Yep.
I'm just like, who built this?
Who built this
I have,
city?
I have an old segment real quick. Austin's dope ass question of the day.
Oh,
this
Jesus.
just came
you can't
up.
just plug your own fucking.
No, I'm
thing?
doing it. Oh, it used to be.
Keywords.
I'm a
used
veteran.
To be.
Is it veteran or veteran? Here we go. Anyway,
I'm a
Spell
veteran.
it.
why? Okay, like, what do you think your theory is, or why do you think that the movies just go so far off the video game track?
Because
like, what's the
Well, it
what's
kind
the
of started
reason?
off.
Because-
It kind of already started off a track. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
Alice was never a
Right,
character.
but what's the?
Once
All
you
right,
put
so
an
okay,
Alice,
hold
it's
on.
over.
Yeah.
Well, here's what like you'll see the
Because they
you'll
know
see,
action movies make money.
Yeah.
Right, but horror movies make money.
No.
Not
No, they
as much as
don't.
action movies.
They do.
No, they
yes.
don't.
They do
With
now.
with a small ass budget.
They do now.
They make money now. They didn't make money back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name
that's-
one
that's-
horror movie in theater in that time frame that was making fucking box office breaks. None.
Jason X. Jason X made money.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, the
you
year
didn't hear
before.
you didn't hear about Jason X crashing theaters?
No, Jason X
That's
made
why
money.
they made
They burnt the projectors up. They had to run it so many times.
And look who directed those films. It's a guy who does action films. It's
Exactly.
like-
Action movies
Okay,
make.
but-
There's
Because
why
the-
there's 5
because
lethal
the
weapons.
Matrix came out, so they need someone with
So-
guns and doing fucking backwards bullet dodges and
Yeah.
Okay,
And then add
that
zombies.
but that makes sense. But why? Like, okay, I feel like if I made a video game and I was like, okay, this is about horror. Like, I obviously like horror stuff. Let's make a movie. What would make them
But
just
that's
be like,
not what
let's just
happened.
fuck up the name and just
They
make
didn't
movies?
go to Capcom and say, "Hey, can we make a movie out of Resident?" They went to Sony,
Yeah,
who had
Sony-
the who had the rights, and we're like,
That's true.
We're gonna make this movie, and we're gonna make it an action
it's
movie."
just like such a shame. Like I'd be like,
Oh no, I
I'd be
agree.
pissed.
I would
like, it
be
just
stoked
sucks.
if they
I'm
did
not.
a horror.
I love those films.
If they did like a horror series based off Resident Evil, which they do with the animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's books and shit.
Yeah, there's books.
No,
I mean,
yeah, there's
everything's
graphic
there
novels,
for
obviously,
you.
Yeah.
It's just that action movies
I guess you're
technically
right. At
usually
that
make
time,
a
I'm
lot
think-
more money, and they don't cost a lot to make. So they're like, okay,
That's.
No,
I mean,
they
you're right.
cost to profit
Every year
ratio
you'll see the first one on fucking Sci-Fi Channel.
all the time.
That's true.
In the first movie, did Wesker betray?
He wasn't even in that
He
movie.
wasn't even in that one.
They didn't introduce Wesker until like the third or
Third
fourth
movie.
movie.
What about, what was his name?
I don't know,
Barry
but-
Burton, whatever that dude's name is.
Not Barry's not in the
But
game
still,
either.
to me,
He's
still,
not. He's in the game, not in the
Then
movies.
Then why even bother?
yeah, but still, to me, like even if you do make it action, like follow the fucking moves. Like you know what I'm saying, like just it's just
I'm glad they
completely like
didn't.
it's like they just named it like
I-
oh this is Resident Evil,
But I
but we're
think
gonna
I
do
know
our
what
own
it,
thing.
this is why they didn't do it. They didn't do it because you already knew the story.
Yeah.
If they made a movie about a game and it followed everything in that game
Why would you go watch it?
Why would you go see it? Because you know what's going to happen.
Same reason that they make a fucking Spider-Man
I mean-
remake and a Batman remake. We know the fucking story, but every 2 years we get a fucking story about
the
Spider-Man.
fact that the franchise has lived and saw 3 different Spider-Mans.
Exactly. Outlived 3 different
Yeah.
Spider-Mans.
15, you can't
people
argue
love
like these
Spider-Man.
movies aren't like they're fucking bad, but they made money.
They
know the
did
story.
something right.
It lasted for 15 years.
But yeah, no, you're right. I just wanted to bring that.
I'm a
I just
huge
wanted to bring
defender
that-
in the Resident Evil movies.
Don't roast me. I'm just bringing up
That's
a
just
fucking
like I will
topic.
die.
William Dafoe forever.
Yes, William Dafoe.
Well, I mean,
He was great in fucking
like-
the anime
Shut your mouth.
live action.
Show your
just so you know.
Not talking about
that's
that.
another Patrick 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Patrick doesn't know
He
anything.
said it to me earlier before we went on. Air.
What?
He said, "Don't tell anyone, but I really love Death Note."
Stop.
I loved it.
I didn't even watch it.
We're no more guests on the show.
He said,
I can't handle it.
guys, to my face. No, it's like the point I brought up earlier.
Like 47
in
meters
the
down.
Last podcast we did about like doing it too true to the books or not true enough. It's like
Yeah.
if you do it like true, I feel like you should do it a little more on the truer side because it's like a reward.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like you've played the games and now you get to experience it, and people who don't know what the games are but want to watch something scary get to experience it for the first time this way. And then also, I play video games sometimes and I really like the movie, so maybe I'll go buy the game and try
True.
it out.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
I
it's
agree
just
with you.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Like I said, we weren't in the room, so we don't really know.
Hologram girl?
Hey,
Oh, the Red
don't
Queen?
fuck with the Red Queen. You're all going to die down. And then Slipknot came on. Like that. It was like shit. Fuck that. That was so hard.
I'm wearing a fucking Slipknot shirt right now.
And then she comes
Look at
back
that.
into play and
Hell
what?
yeah.
Yeah, look, he is. Look at that.
I'm wearing a Slipknot shirt.
She
Suck
comes-
my ass.
Patrick, what movie does the Red Queen come back to control, and she's controlling her umbrella?
Number three.
Is it? It's not Extinction.
What were you asking?
When does the Red Queen come back? Is it in Retribution?
She comes. So her human form is in the second movie.
Yes,
That little girl. I think she comes back in like the third or fourth.
one of those. And she's controlling Umbrella.
Fourth.
It was the
Fourth?
third one, I thought.
There's a dude. The thing is like the movies are
Dude,
bad,
those
but
movies-
the storyline is weird.
Those movies just fucking blend for me because I'll go on a whole marathon when the next one comes out on like DVD and shit, and I'll just watch all
They
of
should
them.
make a Blu-ray where it's one movie.
Yes.
Patrick would be covered in his own filth, just sitting there watching it like, it's so good.
It's got fucking like cheese dust,
Yeah, it just
stained
got
lips.
Pringles cans and shit.
Watching in cinema.
Pringles cans, tissues.
Which is boxes in a bunch.
He's just like, I'm out of cinema.
You sound like fucking the guy from Goofy.
Which,
Pete, mean
He
Pete.
did sound like him.
You're Pete, bro.
I mean, Pete.
Remember that dude who
Oh,
had
shit.
I'm out of cinema.
Oh fuck yes.
I discover something new about
Oh,
me every
dude.
day.
I have to.
Oh man.
That's a terrifying
So
sentence.
Patrick, how was the final chapter?
I didn't see it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the one I
Who,
haven't seen
who
yet.
has seen the final chapter?
Not my ass. Angel's
I
seen
haven't
it.
either.
Angel's seen it, haven't you?
I haven't seen the final chapter.
You ain't seen shit.
That's when you know we ain't true to the genre.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I lost
Podcast
interest
over.
after the Funhouse of Doom. Because
You know,
because
honestly-
the movies were not Resident. This to me is not Resident Evil, like not the mansion, but not the mansion. And then the second movie was not Raccoon City, but also not Raccoon City,
Raccoon
featuring,
City, yeah.
featuring Mike Epps. And then the third one was
On a bus. And
On a
then
bus.
in the
In the desert. And they were throwing
It was
the
Mad
clones.
Max.
yeah, it's
It was Mad Max.
It's Mad Max and Speed. And then there's the fourth one, which was
The ship.
The more futuristic.
oh, okay.
Oh, just-
so the
just don't
fourth
do it.
one's
Just
the
leave
one
it.
I
Don't close all the
thought
way.
was kind of dope. The fourth one I kind of thought was dope because it had that badass fight scene at the end with Wesker when he got his powers and shit.
Yeah.
And he had the super speed, and that fucking badass A Perfect Circle remix came on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're just like, oh, fuck, this is sick. Because I guess it's like, because Mila Jovovich was in one of Maynard from Tool's bands.
Yeah.
Really?
And she was a singer in his band Pussifer. He kind of has like rotating members, and she sang on one of the albums, and he kind of curated the soundtrack for the Underworld series.
Huh.
And so I guess he kind of curated that one as well because it had a lot of like remixes of his bands on it, and that was one of them.
Plus, isn't her husband the one that directs all these films?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
She literally made a career just being
she's
that
not,
character.
and she's not a bad actress.
No.
I mean, beginning first movie of course, like
What
she
other
wasn't
movies has she been in that I? Fifth
Element.
Fifth
That's
Element.
it.
Yeah, never mind. She's awesome.
Multipass,
Yeah.
Chicken.
chicken.
Chicken good.
I don't know, man. Like I said, like even though the movies aren't themselves so great,
No. Far from it.
but they are fun to watch because
That's why I love 'em.
Resident Evil, for us, has been such a huge part of our life as
Yeah.
kids growing up. You know, like Resident Evil was like a household name especially if you're like a family that was like very big into horror and it was like they didn't care if you played these games. Like you grew up with Resident Evil, and it's cool to see something that has grown up with you instead of like dying. You know what I mean? Like Silent Hill, like kind of like came up and then died.
Yeah.
Versus Resident Evil it's kept going. It keeps going, and I don't see
whether you liked it or not.
It kept going.
This train kept fucking going.
And I was running.
Someone's like, I need to stop. My stop was back this way, and they're like, shut the fuck up. And they just kept going.
No yelling on the bus. Like fucking Tommy, like fucking what's his name?
Don't turn this bus around.
Goddamn
Don't
kids.
ruin your precious little field trip.
Fucking Billy Madison, fucking Chris Farley, that's his name.
Farley. Who's gonna eat 30-pack lunches?
All the fucking references on this show
No,
today.
it's like, can someone stop this train? The conductor just chugging code red. He's like, everyone, shut up! He's like, we have 2 more movies. They're like, 2? Really? Okay, but here's the thing. And this is now going to test the outreach of this podcast.
Suck my ass.
Don't test it.
Don't test it.
If what I
You'll
say
be
is
upset.
about to happen.
You don't want to do the smalls.
If what I say happens soon, then I want a fat sack of cash sitting in my house. And Pat might think this is blasphemous.
You might get punched.
But now is the
Just
time.
know you're in arm's reach.
Now is the time to reboot those movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
But
Bring it back.
But to do it
As a TV series.
no,
Netflix series.
Netflix
straight
series.
up.
Done.
A Netflix
Amazon.
series would work perfectly. But
Ideally, anything.
now
A Resident Evil
horror
series? Oh, wow.
is fucking
Banging.
bigger than it's ever been.
Oh yeah.
And
You think over the 80s?
you're gonna get people,
Over the 80s?
You're gonna
Yep.
get people who love the original games and want to see it done like the original games.
Oh yeah.
Then you're just gonna get horror fans that know nothing about the game. And then you're gonna get people who are massively disappointed with the way the movie's going.
There's like,
And
God
they're-
damn it.
And they're just like, well, I guess I'll see.
Those people have a stick up their ass and need to chill out.
So, you
They're
know,
all critics.
with how successful Biohazard was, returning to that, now it's like, now you can do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
really could.
Well,
and I agree.
because that movie was that game was so cinematic that you
Yeah.
could do it.
And I feel like there's someone out there. There's a writer who's out there writing currently a Resident Evil horror.
There's a reason that this
movie.
is final one. They're probably working on a reboot
There's
already.
probably, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they take it into the survival horror. You know, give us that dark, fucking eerie environment that we love when we play these video games.
Yeah, because Resident Evil, again, for its time, because it was early 2000s, that's
Yeah.
what it was. They just
You
kept
wanted-
going with that.
You wanted an action movie.
Because that was the only
We
thing they
gave
wanted
you-
to keep
we gave you
consistent.
six.
Leather-clad action. That's what you wanted. Trench coats and fucking...
Worst house ever at Halloween Horror Nights was the Resident Evil house.
I didn't even go that
I
year.
never went to that.
I
At
just
the
forgot
end,
they did that.
at the end, there was a nemesis with a minigun, and it looked like they bought the costume from
Oh, I
fucking
did
Party
go to
City.
that.
Oh, I'd be
I
so
did go
mad.
to that.
That's all floppy and
'Cause, like,
plastic
there
looking.
was zombies in the beginning part, and there was
Yeah.
a cop car, and some dude dressed as Leon was like, "You gotta get out of here!" And just like
It was
like,
so bad.
barely flailing his arm up just to shoot the gun, like ping,
Yeah.
zang.
Oh,
Like,
I'd be so pissed.
and, and I'm just like, well, this is bad. And you go in and there's zombie dogs, and you're like, this is fucking fantastic.
And then the ending is
that's
just
it.
like fucking like nemesis.
Yeah.
I know you guys talked about the Stranger Things coming in.
No, we didn't.
Holy
We're not bringing that up on here.
I forgot that I went through
Nikes.
that house.
Yeah, it's down there on the bottom, right above it is Ash vs. Evil Dead house.
No, that shit was
No.
tight. That shit was good.
Do you want to know why?
Because he said Jacksonville in
it's
it.
a Jacksonville, Florida.
He goes,
at the end, baby.
yeah, at the very end, he goes, I'm
was
going
the
to
best
Jacksonville,
He goes,
Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. Then pops the
Greatest
keg
place
with
on
his fucking
earth.
arm.
That was the only good thing
Greatest
about that
place
house.
on earth, and I was like, fuck yeah.
All right,
That was tight.
The only good thing about the Resident Evil house was
Nothing.
watching Nemesis and his Party City Ultimate.
that was not good. That was awful.
Blowing out air out of his turret.
He said that it was bad.
And you're like, why am I being blasted with air?
And that's Angel's 2 cents on everything.
And that's the Angel.
Oh my god,
Best house.
How long ago was that? Because I never went to that
that
house.
was
That was
fucking
like 4 or 5 years ago.
16
That
or
was before I
15,
lived in
some shit
Orlando.
like that. 16
Yeah.
or 17.
I wasn't
that long
here.
ago.
It-
I mean,
it-
it was pretty. It was like pretty close. I feel like.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know.
I don't remember.
It was
But-
a year I didn't go. I know that.
Just to kind of like, you know, kind of
Wrap it
overlap
up.
everything up and kind of just bring. When it comes to movies, video games that are made into movies, it's always like, it's always bad.
Yeah.
Not Death Note.
No,
Fucking
Death Note's a good one.
Death.
It's bad.
Silent
Shut up.
Hill was not that bad. I don't
Silent
think.
Hill.
Told you that.
Okay.
I wasn't
Okay.
lying.
So
was
Silent
bad.
Hill was okay.
I liked Silent Hill, the first
Just-
one.
The barbed wire at the end.
Yeah, that.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really liked Pyramid Head in the movies. Like, I
That
feel like
shit
Silent
was
Hill
nuts.
did it pretty good. It was kind
first
of
one.
weird.
The first
When
one.
Pyramid Head grabbed that chick
Thank
by the
you.
chest, twisted her skin, and then ripped it off. You were just that was like hitting a wall.
Boy, like, fuck, what is this, Hellraiser? God
Like, you
damn.
were just like, oh, this is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what you're going? Sorry, I didn't.
But no, I'm just saying, like, for most of the time, like, when you think about, like, things being made into a live-action movie, especially when it's, like, if it's anime or if it's video games, it's usually really fucking bad and no one loves it.
Right.
But for Resident Evil to last so long
Yeah.
and then give us, 6 movies,
Have me like it.
have Patrick like it, which is
he don't
fucking
like
rare.
shit. He don't like anything.
But, I mean, that shows you something. Like,
Well, maybe they did it
even
right
though-
by making it more action, like y'all said.
yeah.
I love it.
I would like Silent Hill to keep going. I don't know why.
No.
No, shut your mouth. Yes.
The second movie sucked.
Shut up, Patrick.
Oh, with Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it's one of those guilty pleasures of mine. I just like the
Yeah.
Silent Hill movie franchise. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I
I'd
thought
like
the
to see
first one
more.
was solid.
What, out of all of the horror video games you can think of, be it Outlast, Fear, not
Dead
Silent
Space.
Hill, Castlevania, Devil May Cry, Castlevania is anime now. But
Yeah.
Doom failed. Doom, that's a good example. Doom was awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That switch from, like,
Oh, first person
to
shooter.
first, yeah,
that
what
was
the fuck
god-awful.
was that?
Bad.
But like what, like
But that's what we're missing out.
Wait,
That's
which
what we're
Doom?
missing out of these
Which
movies.
Doom?
the Doom
First,
movie?
The movie.
Oh God.
The
Yeah,
Rock.
with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Who knew? Who? I mean,
Yeah, he was still The Rock at that time.
okay, he's in it.
I would
okay.
refer to him by his full name.
Here's the thing. If Dwayne the Rock Johnson's on your boat,
Thank
you'll
you.
never sink.
No, look at
If he-
Rampage.
If he's in it, no, I mean
That's why they got him.
Ex-Rampage X.
For me personally, if he's in it, you get at least a 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least a 3, and
You'll get
people
at
will
least a
go
3.
see it.
It could be the worst garbage movie in it.
He saved the Fast and Furious franchise
He
completely.
really
He
did.
really did,
And
dude.
Jumanji was great.
Yeah.
He really did.
I like Jumanji.
I did
Okay,
too.
didn't
so
see
what
it.
were you gonna say though?
But my question, real quick, just bang off the top of your head, what video game would you love to see into a movie?
The
Patrick.
one that's
Dead
not
Space.
Dead Space.
Dead Space,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Dead Space.
I agree with you. It's a hard question.
That came out of nowhere. Okay,
It's a good little stinger for the end.
Dead Space for real. That'd be cool.
Dead Space would be that. I think that would be mine for sure.
You know what? Well, no, that's
Because Silent
bad.
Hill's already there.
Yeah.
I don't think they could do Castlevania. Is it?
But they're doing the anime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was they're doing anime, so I don't.
which is technically a movie.
I mean, Outlast
Yeah.
would be a cool kind of
You know
different
what?
perspective than what you usually get with Ghosts in that
tell
weird paranormal.
you know what I'd like to see, which they actually started to like write and they never finished, was BioShock.
Oh yeah. Bioshock would be.
Bioshock would be
That
hard.
Would be.
It'd
That'd
be
be badass, though.
expensive,
And
but I would
Exactly.
be about it.
Exactly.
I think that
Great game,
I
great
think
game, and they
that's the
actually
game.
tried to start writing a script, and like it was getting there, and it was just like it just couldn't be done.
That's
I think
the movie that Dennis, whatever his last name is,
Quaid.
Dennis V,
Dennis Quaid.
the guy who wrote
Dennis V. The guy that did
Arrival and.
Right, right.
That's the guy to do Bioshock.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think
That would be a fucking badass movie.
I think that's the game I've replayed more than any game ever.
Really.
It's just so cool, captivating, really cool setting. I agree. It'd be expensive, mainly because of the suit.
That'd be Avengers
Yeah.
expensive, bro.
But I mean, like, I think Outlast would be a lot of fun. I think if it was done well enough, it would be truly
The
terrifying.
first one in like the penitentiary or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think it could be just that perspective, and it be that one character.
Yeah.
Not a group of people. That one character
Just-
trying to investigate, and all this shit happens to him. I think if it's done right, the tone's good, the environment, the sound of it all, it could probably scare the fuck out of
Well, I
anyone.
think that worked out too because like Resident Evil 4 kind of did that where they introduced side characters that were your friends. They introduced maybe 2-3 people that
Yeah,
didn't want to kill you.
Yeah.
What's her face comes?
Finally.
The girl, and then there's
Leon's old partner from the second game is like a villain in the fourth
Yeah.
game.
Jill.
Jill.
Yeah.
She's a
Jill
returning
Valentine.
character throughout the
She has
series.
that thing in her chest.
Well,
Mind controlled, yeah.
Yeah, Jill Valentine.
That's in the movies too. The mind controlling.
Yeah.
Because I thought in Resident Evil 2
See?
it was. I thought it was in Resident Evil 2 it was It was Leon and Chris Redfield's little sister.
Oh yeah, Kennedy. No. What's her fucking name?
And in Resident Evil 2, it was Redfield's little sister, and Jill was in.
Jill was in the first game.
Jill was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jill
God.
Valentine,
Yeah,
Chris
Jill's in the
Redfield.
first game.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I'm getting confused. Sorry.
I'm confused now.
Getting confused
Fuck
with
it. Too much Resident
Sorry.
Evil.
No.
that was in 5. 5 is when Jill comes back and she's brainwashed with the
Yeah,
fucking
because
thing in her
Jill was
chest.
in 1 and Jill was in 3. You
And in 5.
That's right.
And 5.
That's
But
right.
you couldn't play her in 5.
No, you
Correct.
had to
Yeah.
fight her in 5.
Yeah, you were her in.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I
All right,
remember
and
now.
then also real quick, what is your vote for the video game franchise and the movie franchise?
Oh, here's a game that would be a terrible movie.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I like this one.
Huh?
Fatal Frame.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Would be a terrible movie. Just
Where-
someone going, get back, click, and then and that's it.
Or
Or
Till
Dead
Dawn.
Rising.
Or Until Dawn.
Oh,
Dead Rising.
Until Dawn was kind of already a movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
It
And
kind of
Dead-
plays
and
like a
Dead
movie.
Rising was also already a movie. It's
Yeah.
called Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
you.
It's the same
Thank you very
fucking
much.
thing.
Yes.
But no, if you had to vote video game franchise, what would your score be?
Oh, the whole, overall.
Overall?
For the whole
Oh,
video game
fuck.
franchise, like
Including Raccoon City
including Raccoon
and the
City.
online one?
No, I'd say you have to do 8.
Okay,
because,
better question. Which one do you like more?
Oh, 4.
oh,
Movies.
games.
Games, movies,
Games,
Oh,
dude.
games.
games. All right,
Overall, I'd give
Overall.
games an
I'm
8
just
because the
playing
good
devil's
ones
advocate here.
outweigh
That's
the
the
bad
bad one.
ones.
that's true. I would agree with
The
an
good
8.
ones
do
outweigh
outweigh
the bad ones.
movies.
Like they're way better than the bad ones are bad. Is that-
Like Raccoon City, like the game, like I bought it and it was like I was like, oh, this ought to be cool. Absolutely not.
No, it wasn't cool at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and watch Stay Alive.
That's a good game and movie. I always wish they would make that game in the movie a game.
Yeah. Where you got
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
die
so
in
that
real life.
fucked
when
up.
they made
Yes.
House of the Dead into a movie,
God, please don't remind us.
and it was just like
There's
I forgot that was a great movie too.
Patrick really loves video games that are made into movies.
Oh, because they're all fucking terrible.
Yeah.
some dude
Yo.
who looks like a scuzzier version of not Joe Pesci from Home Alone, whatever that dude's name is.
Hey, the
Scuzzier
second-
version of that dude's like, we'll take this arcade game and we'll see how many times we can pop some tops.
Okay, but did you see House of the Dead 2?
They made 2?
They made
It
two.
went straight.
Oh,
it was a
fuck.
straight to sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was-
straight to sci-fi.
Like
That's how you know the
Yeah.
fucking
Yes.
CGI is good.
No, it's actually good.
Chupacabra Dark Seas.
It's
that
actually
somehow
good.
had Gimli from Lord of the Rings in it.
Oh man, horror movies got a lot of good actors in
Yo,
them.
about
But I
Resident,
mean,
about Resident Evil though,
Resident Evil.
I gotta say I respect the shit out of the games because they created its own genre, which is repeated all the time now. Which you
Yep.
see like in little indie games and stuff. Like it was
It
the
was a trailblazer for
I mean,
sure.
it was the first.
yeah.
It was the first game to. It's a survivor game. It's like here's barely any weapons, if any weapons at all, and you have to manage your your inventory. You like, hey, here's a key. You need this. You have to know how many bullets you have and your flashlight. You know what I'm saying? Like you
You
had
see
to.
the plants too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like-
herbs.
Or
Like
the
you had
herbs,
you had to
yeah.
be like
No,
holy
mixing
shit,
them.
if I'm
The
in this
red and green, you
situation,
can mix
You
them.
had to be like Daddy Warbucks with the herbs to be like, I can waste these herbs. I'm gonna mix this one.
Oh, mix
Right,
as much
right.
shit. Or
But
the
it-
first aid spray.
Because I need more storage for
but
guns.
but
on
they
a more
created
sexist note-
that though and just like
Ooh,
went
you guys
hammer
ready
with
for
it.
that one? On a more sexist
Oh,
note,
Horror Junkies getting
for the-
controversy.
for
here.
the first
pronouns.
for the first game, the girl character Jill,
Yeah.
she would carry less than the male character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that male, he's got to carry.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, that was just
how it's supposed
a fun
to be.
tidbit.
It's
Be
how it's
like,
supposed to be.
if you
Yeah.
played as the male character in Resident Evil, you would be able to carry more than the female character, which
That's
is
so
just really
weird to
funny.
play the male character.
That's so weird, but hey, whatever.
Whatever.
It's not whatever.
I think we've kind of like shut the coffin, buried this fucking shit in the ground.
Resident
burnt
Evil's
it.
cool, actually.
We love Resident Evil. We want more movies.
Better, but more.
Movies or TV series.
the worst.
Netflix
Keep them
series all
going. The
day.
worse. It's better for me.
Yeah. If it's just, yeah, or there'll definitely be more
Patrick's
video
favorite
games.
movie is 47 Meters Down, by the way.
For Pat.
That's not true at all.
Yes, it is. Oh,
No,
okay, I'm
it's
sorry.
not.
Second
Pat
favorite.
in
Second
his
favorite.
Resident Evil movies, you couldn't clog the toilet enough. No, you can't. He will bathe in the overflow of this septic tank. That's Resident Evil
Yeah.
with pleasure.
With pleasure. He'd be
I would
happy.
I'd jump right in.
Right
He
in.
would jump right in.
I don't care. I'll watch the fifth one out of nowhere.
I don't,
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
watch it right now. I'm gonna stream it.
He will pick the movie up physically on a DVD, put it into an object that plays a DVD, and sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
Final game.
No cell phone, no nothing. I'm watching
nothing.
me and the fucking TV.
Just me and Resident Evil.
Just me and
All right, guys.
Resident Patrick.
I think that's
My
enough.
favorite's the second one because
second
of Mike
one?
Helps.
Oh my god. If you listener out there, if you made it to the end of this episode,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, seriously.
congratulations to you. But let us know what your favorite Resident Evil video game, movie, if you like it, if you hate it.
Graphic novel.
Animated. We didn't talk about the animated movies, but
We'll get
that's
into
fine.
that
We'll get into
later.
that another time.
CD-ROM adventure game.
Yes. Hey.
Pornhub roleplay scenario.
Whoa! Only Angel would know that one.
That's another podcast.
Nah, I know it too.
That's a Horror Junkies at night
Yeah,
episode.
1:18 in the morning. That's one starts at 1:20.
Yeah.
So,
Look
we gotta
out.
Wrap this up.
But yeah, just let us know. Shoot us an email at horrorjunkiepodcast.com. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know your thoughts. Or if you want us to do a weird thing, tell us.
Or just tell us to shut up.
Or tell us to shut up. If you have a weird thing you want us to talk about, though, definitely send us our way.
I just want to say I'm very happy and proud of you guys because we've came a long way and I haven't been here in a long time. But we started this in a guest bedroom and then a garage and then another room and now we're live, bruh.
Are we live?
Not live, but we're doing big things
We're on the air.
in nice studios and we're on the air. So
It's nice to have you back, Austin. It's been a
yeah,
while.
I'm happy to be back and you guys, this is cool.
We still
Horror
hate you,
Junkies
it's okay.
forever.
We still hate you.
Much like the Resident Evil movies, no matter how much you want me or don't want me, I will be back.
Yes.
That's a fact.
See, and that's why I respect
I
the
probably
franchise.
won't come back because you guys
Exactly.
roast me every
The fact that I
fucking
don't
time.
want it and they keep coming, I'm like, well, I guess.
Fuck it.
It was, to me, Austin Saw.
Yes.
Saw, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
more
gonna
Resident
get
Evil.
more. I need
We're
more.
not even gonna get into that shit.
I have 5 marathons.
Oh Jesus!
When?
Stop.
Okay.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Yesterday, 5 assault.
Oh God. Like I said, shoot us an email if you like it. I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
We got Angel. We got Dylan.
I'm Dylan, yeah.
And Austin.
Austin, I'm
This has
back.
been
I'm
another
back
weird,
forever.
sweaty episode of the Horror Junkies.
We're
and
no longer
remember
doing guests.
to always.
I'm not a guest. I'm a permanent member.
Me too, bitch. I'm back in the band. I already got my fucking
Want that skate
shoes
tag.
on.
Okay.
Show anybody
All right.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, guys. Stay weird.